First things first, let's talk about facts and works. Your boy mash no works. Talk about guns, we on that work. Never. And to make shit worse, I got all 5, that's real blood first. He got dinged and he got burst. Next outcome getting put in the dirt. Dead boy. How the fuck are they king of this? How? When none of them's king and shit. Pussies. It was me who got man yitch that yitch in front of his bitch. Oh no. Now we glad we bruised like witch. Spot me your op man's letting it rip.
Welcome back to another video. I hope everyone's well. We are 13 weeks, 5 days out from the UK DUMBBELL Northern Show, which has come around very quickly, as I say every single video now, but we're in for a push. I can't remember the last time me and Gaz recorded a push session together. It must have been a while back now, probably at least a month. So in today's video, rather than just me waffling and chatting shit and being angry and aggressive and wanting to fight everyone in the gym, I'm gonna try and provide a little bit of value on how you can program your push sessions based upon your strengths and weaknesses and what works best for you. So I'm gonna break down pretty much every single exercise and the rationale behind why I've programmed this in this particular fashion, why I'm doing it here, what you can do in your program to make it more efficient for you and your goals. And then after that, we're gonna do a little physique update, showing you what I'm looking like at 13 weeks out. And then obviously we'll go from there. So I hope as always you enjoyed today's video. If you do, please drop a like, please subscribe if you're around here, and comment how you are, because I'm always interested in how you're doing. So yeah, do that shit. No, don't do that shit, because I don't fucking care. Fucking stinks of BO. Don't come to the gym stinking of BO, yeah? Fucking stay at home. I said I wouldn't moan, but 2 minutes into it, I normally spend about 10 minutes warming up just to get some blood flow in there. As always, just not going through the motions. Said this a few times on my Instagram and YouTube. Just warm up with a purpose rather than going into it and just moving a dumbbell. Think about what you're gonna, as hippie as it sounds, think about what you're gonna visualize in the session. What do you want to achieve from today? What are your goals? I think for me, it massively helps me stay on track, and it gives me a little bit of purpose when I'm warming up rather than going through the motions. So when you start your session like that, chances are the rest of the session might be you going through the motions. So starting off with the prime lateral raise, actually one of my favourite. I was originally doing the standing Atlantis, but what I found is that when I'm holding on to handles, my wrists, like being in that fixed position for so long, my wrists start to give way, and then afterwards I'm wondering why my wrists are starting to hurt. So I'm starting with this. You may notice I actually don't hold on to the handles. I like to have a bit of a straighter arm with my side delt work, just to isolate the side delt a little bit more rather than being a little bit of elbow flexion. I notice I'm incorporating a little bit more trap. So to take away from that, just have a straighter arm, and it's gonna be harder as well. So I always try and say, make your exercise as hard as they possibly can rather than easier, right? So I'm gonna load it in, the first set I'm gonna load it in on pin number 4, which is the mid to end range, just because I'm doing exercise number 1 and it's fresher. And then probably what I'll do on the second set is make it to pin number 5 at the beginning range, and then the shortened range is easier for me because I'm a little bit pre-exhaust. So the beauty of these prime machines is you can change the resistant profile of the machine, which is great. A couple warm-up sets, and then we'll get into it. Exercise 1, as I mentioned, prime lateral raise. When it comes to programming push sessions, I always like to put a side lateral raise first for 2 reasons. 1, I think it's a great way of warming up for the heavier compound work, and I don't think it takes away from that. I've noticed even in my own programming, whether it's in an off-season or a contest prep, diet, whatever, I still notice that my performance on those compound movements are still high, regardless of doing this first. The second reason as well, and this is like anecdotal, like I personally think everyone could do with more side delts. Like I've never seen anyone with a physique and go, oh fuck me, his side delts are too big for his physique, or his side delts don't match the rest of his body. I've never said that in my life. So I always think you could do with a little bit more side delt. And the illusion of your physique, if you have wider delts, you're gonna look bigger, you're gonna look wider. You can get away with doing a little bit more. So those are the 2 reasons why I would program this first. Doesn't take away from your pressing, and everyone needs a little bit more. Everyone could do with a little bit more side delt. Right, Georgie boy, first set of the day. Make it a good one, you little cunt. Come on. Come on, you fucking prick. It gets hard very, very quickly, especially in that short range, like I mentioned. That's why we do that first. So second set now, I've got a double drop set, but I'm gonna load it in the beginning range and let the tension come off at the end. So it's gonna be easier for me to get it short, especially as I'm starting to fatigue. It's gonna be so much easier. Second set, we're gonna aim for about 20 reps. I think side delts, get a pump, get loads of blood in there, do drop sets, triple sets, rest pauses, cluster sets, all of that sort of good jazz. They respond really, really well. Overloading it with weight, there's only so far you can go with that. Like, what, am I going to be side lateral raising 50 kilo dumbbells? No, but a great way, and again, driver for hypertrophy is volume. Get more volume, more blood flow into there. Try that with your side delts. Right, Geordie boy, 20 reps, let's fucking go, you prick. Oh yeah, flying. Come on, you cunt. Get it again. Come on, fucking you're you. And again. Come on! One, 2, 8, 9, 10. Ha! Near enough about 50 reps there I just did. Fucking hell. How do my delts feel after that? Pumped to shit. Am I ready for my compound work? Yes. Exercise 2. This is my shoulder focus push session, so obviously we're going to prioritise the shoulder compound first. Obviously at the moment, me being in prep, I'm utilising more machine-based work. You know, obviously I'm nearly 20 pounds down in scale weight now. My stability isn't as good as what it was 20 pounds heavier, simply because I've got less body fat on me. I've got a little bit more range of motion, all those little things that take into consideration. So right now in my prep, I'm more about stimulating the muscle rather than doing a free weight exercise, which is not going to achieve much other than frustration and me probably not stimulating the muscle as well as what I could on a machine or a Smith machine. So we're doing the Cybex high incline Smith. How I like to set up the high incline is at a 55-degree angle. So if you have the Atlantis benches in your gym, they've actually got the degrees written on it, which is good. So I set it up about 55 degrees. That's like a high, not a full upright, but like a high incline. So I'm going to take a little bit upper chest in. And also obviously a safer way for me to press for my rotator cuff, a more natural way. A brief example, if I put my arms back naturally like this, that there is pulling on my pec minor rotator cuff. Whereas having my elbow slightly forward by being at a lower, slightly lower incline, I can press my elbows forward, which is a much more natural way for me to press. I'd always prefer a high incline rather than a full upright incline.
You gotta go from the fucking start now. From the fucking start. Come on. Fucking head on.
Yep.
That's on, chest power, chest power, chest power. Come on, come on. Come on! Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, Ed. Push into the bench, push to the floor. Don't let your feet go. Don't let your feet go. Come on. Back. Come on, push through the bench, push through the bench, push through the bench.
Not too bad.
7 to retain or 7 to press?
7 to retain. But I haven't done that for 3 weeks, so I reckon I'm about 5 pounds down since I last did this.
That was good though.
So
it looked good.
it's better than what it was last time. 55. Oh, that got hard so quickly. Fuck off. I thought I was on for 12 there, but then all of a sudden I just hit this fucking wall. So exercise 3 is our chest compound of the day, which is a mid-incline strive pin-loaded press. As I get deeper into the session, I swerve away from free weight movements just because of the first reason I mentioned about the shoulder press as well. But again, you know, as it's a shoulder focused session, I always will put my chest compound after my shoulder compound for obvious reasons. On this particular machine, you can adjust the resistance profile. So I'm loading on pin number 2, which is the short range. As my chest is pretty fresh, haven't done any work on it at the moment, I can get away with loading it in that sort of length and range as I'm a little bit fresher. So that's pretty much it. Chest compound after your shoulder compound. Fuck off. That was shit. That was so hard. I said I wouldn't get pissed off, but surprise, surprise. I'm raging, you little Wasn't happy with that set. Fucking shit. The set's gonna be better. It has to be better. I'm counting that last round, I don't give a fuck. Anyone says it isn't, fuck you. Is that 14? Still fucking shit. Try and not get pissed off. Fucking bring it down a notch, yeah? Whatever. Forget about it, move on. Cable sack pisses me off. Fucking this little thing detaches here and makes it really sticky. It's a fucking good cable stack as well. It's just ruined by fucking people smashing it and fucking not respecting it, you know? So exercise 4 is another lateral raise variation. Like I said earlier about the cuff lateral raise, or lateral raise in general. One, you can get away with doing tons of volume because it's such a small muscle group that it can recover quite quickly anyway. So you could do probably, like in this I'm doing 5 total working sets with the double drop set and isometric holds. I'm doing tons of volume when you think about how many reps I'm performing. But like I said, you can get away with that with lateral raise stuff. So that's why I've got it in the program. And obviously, secondly, like I said earlier, everyone can do with a little bit more lateral head of the delt. So again, do your side lateral raises, chase the pump, don't chase weight too much. Make sure you finish it and you're holding onto your delts like this. I think the side delts is probably one of the best pumps you can possibly get. Like in terms of like pain, I'm sitting there like this, oh fuck. Honestly, it will reward when you're looking at building a wider, an X sort of frame, a wider physique, illusions in bodybuilding, come from the side delts. Three, 4, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. Last set, 20 reps plus, partials, 10 partials, and then a 10-second isometric hold. So it fucking blows your delts up. Even though my pumps at the moment, this deep into prep, aren't great, I finished that off and I think, yeah, okay, cool, I've got a good pump there. The high rep stuff does work with the side lateral raises for sure. Moving on to some boring single arm cup stuff. Fun for you to watch. Some unilateral movements I think are important in a program. At least one of your tricep movements needs to be unilateral because we all have imbalances regardless, genetics wise, just structure, being left-handed versus right-handed. So I always believe in working unilaterally at some point in your tricep work. The cuff is great for obviously taking away a little bit of joint pressure compared to, let's say, a rope or a straight bar. It takes away a little bit from that. Working unilaterally, 8 to 12 reps, double drops there as well. So again, we're chasing some really good pumps in this session as well. Always work your weaker arm first if you are going to do it. Weaker arm first.
Contract, come on. Drive it hard, there we go. Contract. Hard. All the way through, hard. Couple of partials as well. There we go.
Yeah, I felt that.
Let's go back with no dumbbells. Think about something here. What's resisting here?
Yeah, okay, lats, yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
What's resisting now? Keep tension in your arms.
Yeah.
What's fucking resisting now?
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same when you're in press down. You put yourself in a position, you're bracing with this, you want to be bracing with your tricep, nothing else. Same principle here.
You're going to take advice from someone who's got probably like 20, 22, 23 inch arms. You've got little me. hard. I remember I was able to do like nearly 20 kilos. When I last did them, I was doing about 20 kilos, but with the adjustment of the form that Cooper told me, so just keeping my elbows slightly forward, keeping the tension on the triceps a little bit more rather than using my lats, yeah, it felt good. As well as that, exercise 6. Obviously, we've done our tricep press downs for the short-headed tricep. Now obviously doing a skull crush variation, like an overhead sort of press, dumbbell skull crush, EZ bar skull crush, wherever it may be, for the long head of the tricep. So as always, we know that triceps are 2/3 of the arm. You want to be working the long head of the tricep, absolutely. See, some people do too many press downs, they forget about the long head. The long head is a big meaty, so when you do your front double biceps, that meaty hang that you have from your triceps is the long head. In my opinion, shows the illusion, the thickness of the tricep. So like I said, if you want big arms, do your skull crushers, do your overhead presses. They will contribute massively. We're gonna finish off some abs right now. Don't neglect your abs, even in your off seasons or bulks, whatever. You need to be doing your ab training. It's still a muscle group. Just because you can't see it, because you may be a little bit fatter, you still need to train it. Same rules apply, nothing changes. I'm just trying to think about tucking my chin, contracting my abs, think about elbow in towards my hips. So there's this sort of movement here. So from a side profile, it's opening up and then contract down the abs. The range of motion might be a little bit shorter. You're really isolating the abs with that. Jesus Christ. So like a decline crunch variation. Just 2 sets here, so I certainly believe you can isolate a little bit of your lower abdominals when you do like a leg raise sort of variation. So I do think it's important to do a bit of both. However, I'm really trying to think about just overloading the stretch position. Like when I'm down the bottom there, like the stretch I have on my abs is fucking crazy. And I did so many reps then and that was hard enough. The only thing I would say if you're doing a variation like this, is just don't let your hip flexors sort of dominate the exercise in that sense, because I can really shift onto my hip flexors and just make this like a hip flexor stretch rather than being on my abs. But I just try and think about my feet and just kind of keeping it locked in. And as I come down on the eccentric, I'm just thinking about my abs. Straight, how much of a stretch can I create in my abs? 2 sets on this, that's it. And then we'll do some posing.
Yeah, nice. A lot tight for like obliques and your abs from it this week. Good, nice. Yeah, big detail there. So glue coming in now. Not a fan. There you go, much better. Like just narrows you off so much, that pose. It's the most muscular, right? You need to look the most muscular. So forget about the abs, because as soon as you hit it, it just pulls you down so much. Anything today that felt specifically poor, movement-wise? I might be with the stride. I've obviously got it on pin 2, which is the mid-range. Is it pin 2? It must be the M range. Okay. So, you know, we saw today fucking like the. Sorry, I was struggling to get it short. Yeah, so I might need to adjust that to just set 1 properly. You have that as your first press? High incline first, then that. So we've got setting 2? Yeah. I'd probably go to 1 on the stride next. So you just get sort of like that mid-lengthen challenge. Yeah, just keep it consistent throughout. Yeah. I appreciate the boss man coming up, and this will be beauty of me, you know, moving up here. And it's one of the reasons why I did, so you can look at me. And I know even when I'm training that, you've always got a bit of an eye on me as well. And
it comes to things, just in case I'm doing anything a little bit different.
Walking around the gym.
Yeah, I used to.
Backwards up the stairwell.
In 2019, I used to do a lap. I used to finish a set and then do a lap around the gym to accumulate steps. I don't know why I used to do that, but now I'm just make sure I sit down, relax. And even though I've been struggling a little bit lately, it's been.
You can't see it yet. You can't see it, mate. Like, I know the look of someone's face when they're really in the gutters and you're not there yet, so you're fine.
I'm still good. I'm still good. There's some things I'm worried about, but other than that,
Still perky. You're still making jokes, so.
yeah. But no, happy, on track. Just under 14 weeks out now, so it's come around quickly. Happy, no, I appreciate it.
Is that the end of the video, or are you doing more?
Wait for 4 but we'll see what 4
Oh, right, okay. I was going to say something like comment below, or...
I can't know. You decided for this video.
Okay, comment below.
Flip flop. Flip flop. That's the first one. I don't think I've done flip flop. I think I might have a slider, but not flip flop. No, respect the drip wearing his flip flops.
Comment below drip.
Alright, appreciate it. So that completes today's push session. I hope you enjoyed watching today's video. And hopefully it gives you an idea of what you can do to program your push sessions yourself with obviously the exercises that I've done today. You might not necessarily need to do those particular exercises. However, you know, some of those things that we've introduced or done today, you can obviously replicate where your strengths are, where your weaknesses are, and obviously what I've mentioned. As always, guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Comment down below flip-flop if you watched the whole thing. And I shall see you guys in the next one.
First things first, let's talk about facts and works. Your boy mash no works. Talk about guns, we on that work. Never. And to make shit worse, I got all 5, that's real blood first. He got